What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Colette, what are we in right now?
You're gonna ask me with my mouth full?
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
We're in the Evo.
It's been a while since we have this thing out, but there's a JDM meet at a cafe. Colette's Evo's still broken, so I told her she could drive this. I think I'm gonna take the S13. I'm not super certain on it yet, but it feels good driving this thing. It's been quite a bit too long since this thing has gotten some love. I think we gotta give it a quick pull. Do you know if you can hold the camera for me real quick?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's like to have a fast all-wheel drive car. I think it would smoke the RS6.
Yes.
You think?
Yes.
Does the butt dyno tell you that it would smoke it?
Where does the RS6 line up with the GT3 RS?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Because I beat you
True.
off the line in the Porsche in my Evo, and this one's faster than mine.
True. We'll just have to see.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Mitsubishi girl and my Evo. Got Marco and his beautiful IS. And then we got the old cream stallion. Living it up with some Starbucks just like the good old days. This is like the first time I've taken this car out since it's gotten all beautified, so it's a big deal to me. God, it looks so good. I love it. It's been a while since I've driven this car. It rips. Every single time I drive this car, some smartass has to comment about my speedometer not working. There's no easy way to make my speedometer work with a CD09 transmission. It is not broken, it simply does not communicate. You can't trick it. The only way that you could do it would be if I were to put like an S15 diff in it and an S15 cluster to my knowledge, which I have, I just don't know where they are. Something smells like it's burning. So how was your first Ace Cafe experience, Colette?
It's really cool. I love this facility. Saw some cool cars, maybe saw my new daily, maybe.
How's it going, bro? Yeah, so cool. I started filming late. She got all the clips of all the cars here, but it's pretty much empty other than our cars over there. There's no cops, right? I think the trans mount is toast. I can feel the trans going back and forth and I dumped gears. We still got her though. Hey, I really don't know what the proper thing to do in this scenario is. Do I rub it in your face or do I apologize? Cause like technically I beat my own car, or did I beat the driver? It's probably the driver.
It was definitely me.
Yeah.
I botched the start. I've been waiting the entire day to get a stoplight and to have the opportunity to do a pull in this car. It finally happened and I ruined it. I got too excited. I was like jumping, and then you asked me last minute, which wasn't cool. Oh, are there cops around? That wasn't cool. That was kind of a low blow move, and then you tried to get in my head and I bogged it. It was on me. You have to, like, you know, you have to like slip the clutch on yours to get it to leave. This one bogs super hard unless you like really slip it. That's it's a bigger turbo life. Where me and this little thing with that G25 just lights up like no problem. This thing's
This thing's a ripper, but it definitely needs some TLC. It held up for the drive, but to make it bulletproof, there's definitely a few tweaks I could use to it. My shifter's flailing around, and how's it sound? It sound like a rotary?
Not as cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, rotary's cooler.
It runs too good to sound like a rotary, huh?
Oh, that's so funny. Oh.
I love this car so much. It's so much fun to drive. I wish you were like 2 feet taller so you could drive it.
Yeah, only 2 feet. I'll work on that.
Little quick excursion. First time I've ever had bikes in the back of the Audi. Colette is in for a real treat. She's very cocky when it comes to riding bikes. She's like, I'm not gonna fall.
No, I am not. I was excited, and then you keep asking me, do you really like those shoes? Do you wanna mess them up? Do you really care about those leggings? Because you're probably gonna mess them up and put holes in them. You're making it sound like this is some horrible, sketchy thing.
It's just inevitable. We're going to a new pump track that they built over at the Candyland skate park, and you know, you just tend to fall when you have as much confidence as Colette does. So we'll see. Tune in shortly for Colette's first skate park experience.
When do I stand up?
You got it.
When do I stand up?
Now.
I'm so scared.
You can roll down on your butt if you want.
Huh?
You roll down on your butt if you want.
Can you?
Yeah.
And then you stand up?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want. That's it. No, I would stand up, yep. Keep your feet level.
If I land the first time,
It's cool. This is like one of my first cars where I could fit 2 bikes in it. Start taking them apart. First skate park experience.
It was a lot. It was a lot of anxiety, and I almost ate it, but I didn't. So that was cool.
Proud of you.
Yeah. It was a lot more intense than I thought. I feel like, can you find a photo and put it in this video of the photo that you showed me what a pump track is?
I literally showed you a photo of the pump track.
No. I remember it seeing like red, and it was just like really, really big and just windy, and this one's like downhill, across, and gnarly and small. I feel like that was an intermediate pump track level. I really...
Before we go to the shop and drive the Solstice, I wanted to give you guys an update on a few of these things going into the new year. So the first thing is kind of like a general idea of what to expect over the next couple weeks in terms of content. Probably what I'm the most excited for. My PBG sequential gearbox for the Barra Mustang is going to be coming this week. So hopefully this week we'll be able to put it up, get some measurements, and then get a drive shaft and have that car running with a sequential next week, which is amazing because that car has been probably one of my favorite builds, but the auto has made it so weird and like not really fun to drive that I've just kind of been letting it sit on the back burner until I can get it a little bit more dialed. I don't feel like I can control the car because the automatic transmission has a mind of its own and it sounds weird and it's not fun. So I'm super excited for that. Now, apart from the Barra, the R34 is gonna be Johan's main focus. So hopefully we can get that thing moving, rolling, and maybe finished come next month. Again, still taking our time on it, but a lot of the tedious stuff is done. And I believe we have 99% of the parts that we need to put it back together. So I'm pumped on that. Another random thing, if you guys haven't seen, an app called Burnout Masters, put the Barra GT350 in it, and it's super rad. I'll put some gameplay on the screen right now. If you guys want to check it out, it's a pretty cool game. I know the guys in Australia really love it, and it's worth checking out. Another piece of news, the new engine for the S13 should be done any day now. And Chris, who works with us on the FD team, is going to be joining us down here in Florida for about a week to start fabricating some stuff for the new, bigger turbo. Got a different manifold. We got to redo some other minor things here and there. And he's basically coming to start the rebuild of the car for next season of Formula Drift. Some unfortunate news. Andy, who's a great friend of mine and has been the crew chief for my FD team for the past 2 years, did decide to take a step back going into this upcoming year. It was just a bit much for him with family. Having to travel so much was really difficult, and going into next year, we're gonna have twice as many rounds. It would logistically be difficult to have the car have a home base in St. Louis for it to be worked on there. So still great friends. Andy's an awesome dude. If you're in St. Louis and you need any sort of fabrication work, it doesn't hurt to give Andy a DM. He's real talented. We're gonna miss him and we wish the best for him. And then one more thing that I want to give you guys an update on that is very exciting, and I've been kind of not so nice to you guys by not keeping you in the loop with it. If you remember, when I filmed that video with all of my cars, I said if the video got a certain amount of likes, I believe it was 100,000, I would do an epic drag race where I had a facility in mind where I could line up all the cars next to each other and race them all side by side. I can tell you now, as of like a month or two ago, I actually got confirmation that I could legitimately make this happen, and I was planning on doing it around the first week of January. However, I want to wait until I have some of the bigger player cars finished. Like the S13, I kind of want to wait until that has its new engine in it. I want the R34 to be done. I want the Barra to have the sequential in it. And I wanted to time it to where I can have a bunch of friends, other YouTubers and stuff come in to drive the cars, because I thought it'd be cool. And already, like, a bunch of my friends I've been keeping in the loop. They've all claimed different cars. You guys can guess, you know, Cletus has got a car claimed, Jimmy, Tommy, Trevor, all the homies. It's gonna be really cool. I don't know when it's gonna be for sure, but hopefully within the next 1 to 3 months we'll make it happen. I just want to make sure you know, most of the cars are running and or are complete. Because I want to make the most out of a very expensive rental that I possibly can. So I believe that's it for the updates, and now we're gonna head over to the warehouse, get some street rips on Solstice. Oh, and I have another big announcement that'll probably come later this week. I don't think you guys will guess it, maybe you will, but it's an exciting one. So in the last video where my mom's car got tuned by Freddie and made, what, some like 430 wheel in the dyno, I had noticed some comments of you guys kind of bummed that we didn't take it for any street rips. We kind of got involved when it came to the Skyline, and we're focusing more on that, but we're gonna take it out. I got Colette here who's been dying to drive it, so we'll see what you think. I'm gonna give you a ride in it first though, because I haven't really gotten to drive it with the new power, and I'm excited to see what it feels like.
LS life, let's go.
It's a better looking version of your Corvette.
What?
I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
And he's mud flaps, I told you. Look at it, it'd be so badass.
No.
It already looks like it's kind of doing a little bit of off-roading, but
everybody keeps talking crap about the tires. I know it doesn't look the best, but it dead hooks first, and that was the goal.
And it would look better with this whole vibe it has going on if you had mud flaps.
No, that's just silly. I don't want it to look silly. I just want my mom to have traction so she can stab it in any gear she wants, and they won't spin. And it handles fine. So even though it looks a little doofy, everyone keeps commenting. I wanted the biggest sidewall that I can, and the smallest section width they make in this compound is a 275, and I couldn't get wheels that were any higher offset. So
don't worry, Mama LZ, I'll give you some mud flaps and underglow. I got you.
Oh boy.
Gosh.
So as of right now, where this project stands is that we're waiting on the AC lines. The place that we're getting them from kind of closed down for the holidays, so we had to wait until after to pick them up. And then we still need to figure out some way to make the exhaust quieter. My mom kind of wants to just try the car now and see if it grows on her. Because to make this car any quieter, there's no room for more mufflers underneath, and it already has the vibrant, super quiet resonators. So we would essentially need to like build out a custom like long trash can oval style muffler. So I've been researching to see if I can find another car that potentially has one similar that would fit in there, because it has like a big crevice for that, but we can't put 2 big canisters on. That would ideally be the way to go. Are you ready to feel the horsepower?
I'm ready. Yeah, 2 shit bars.
She's been waiting her whole life to find a man with a V8 Solstice.
Yep.
Little did she know it'd be a man with a mom with a V8 Solstice. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This thing is so fast. Did you feel it spin for like a quick second and then just grab?
Wow.
That was the first time this thing spun.
Really?
Yeah, usually it just like hooks. This is a very fast car. It's a really serious problem when your mom's car puts a bigger smile on your face than your Audi RS6.
Yeah.
This thing is sick. Is it not the best time you've ever had in a convertible Solstice?
Yes, the best time in convertible Solstice. There you
It's so fun how it does wheelies.
go. It feels like it.
I'm excited to ride in it.
Oh man.
It's very planted. You can see you're going for the real beach cruiser effect.
What do you mean?
She couldn't see, so she had to take her shirt off and put it underneath her.
My jacket off.
This-
Hoodie off.
Call it what you want. Go! There's so much chassis movement.
Yeah, it's weird.
I notice it so much more as a passenger. I'm seeing the front end.
I feel like that was me not being entirely smooth too with
Were
the
you not
clutch.
committed?
No.
She hates commitment, guys.
I'll try it again.
Here a little bit. It's
Oh.
okay. Are you going?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always.
Well, as per usual, another GoPro issue. Guys, the amount of times that I've filmed something and had the GoPro in time-lapse mode and lost the footage sucks. So thankfully that didn't happen, but unfortunately you only saw the corners of ourselves in that clip. And I'm sorry for that. And I would love to go refilm that segment, but I'm not gonna get our first impressions driving the Solstice again, and I don't wanna be fake about it, so I apologize for that there. That was somehow my stupid mistake. I don't know how I put the camera in linear.
It's okay.